Since I met all of you. So now I am back. So now what I am planning to do is to share about the knowledge which I gathered from India, that is Marma for your loved ones, right? So nowadays kids are having many issues, right, from big autism spectrum to dystrophy, ADHD, and multiple special needs. So as part of my research, I had a chance to visit India, and there is an institute called Varmam.org, this website. So Tirumular Varmalogy Institute. So this is in Coimbatore as part of Tamil Nadu in India. So this Tirumular is a sage. He has written a lot of scripts, and it has been lying over there in libraries and other places. It is a very scripty language, so only people who can understand can read it, right? So many informations are available in India. So one of the teacher, right? He is a Dr. N. Shanmugam. He is a doctorate in Tamil, and he is a professor in one of the college in Coimbatore. And he, along with other medical doctors, have created a research institute. And as part of that research institute, they keep studying about the ancient manuscripts, and they will note down, and then they do a lot of research. And what they have seen is they have seen tremendous improvement in the kids, also for the other people, right? And what they started doing is, practically every day we can't take our kids to the special need therapy center or other places, right? So what they have done is they created a big program called Vattasalya Bhavyam, that's in Tamil language. So what they did is, instead of having a therapist to work on the kids and to spread this knowledge, they've created many camps, and then they teach the parents or their loved ones who wanted to help their kids. So again, I want to repeat here, this medical Varmalogy is done along with the Medicare medical doctors. So it has to go hand in hand. That's a key thing to be remembered, right? So as part of this program, right, each person have a different energy level, and when there is a love, right, to your loved ones, that increases the energy level, and it creates a great results. So for few people it may work in 6 months time, for few people they may see difference in 3 months. So it depends on case to case basis, right? So let me go back to the presentation. So this is one of the presentation I did in one of our community center. So I took slides from there. So most of the pictures and references I took it from the classes and the books I got. I got it from the Dr. Shanmugam professor. So it's nothing which I created. It's only a knowledge sharing session, right? So let's get into it. Okay. So we talked about the Varmam.org, right? So we'll do a quick introduction and key Varma or Marma points. So introduction, right? So this Varma or Marma are interchangeable words. So in North India or in Sanskrit they call it as Marma, and in South Indian language, especially in Tamil, they call it as Varma. So this is similar to what we have seen in the Chinese acupressure or acupuncture methodologies, where our system should be seen as a holistic, right? Not only on the organ levels, right? So here, this Marma is like, you can think it as an electric grid, right? Our body is like an electric grid, and we have multiple channels running. Like, think the solar system or any other system surrounding to us is a power center, and then we have a our own power center in our body, and then we receive the energy through food and multiple modes, right? So that energy should be traveled throughout the system, and if there is any blockage in that flow, like how we have a power trip in particular street or in particular center, that whole system will be down without power. So that's a similar concept here, right? And coming back to the five basic elements which you would have seen in the Ayurvedic presentation, and about the doshas. So those are fundamental things like space, air, fire, water, earth, and vata, pitta, kapha. So those are all the basic things. And the important thing here is the thing called nadi. We can call it as also channel. In our system, there are three big channels or meridians, whatever they call. One is center, that's called Sushmana Nadi. And then we have a nadi going from right towards the left leg and to the left brain towards the right foot. So we have right side energy, left side energy, and the central energy. So Ida, Pingala, and Sushmana, you would have seen in the other videos. So primarily they say there are around 108 Varma or Marma points. This is commonly known to everyone. And this activates the neurotransmitter. Like if you see few people loves biking, running, when they do that activity, the hormones are generated, like serotonin or other hormones will be generated. So it makes them happy, so they keep running and keep doing what they like. So basically when they run, right, there are Marma points in the legs, everywhere in our body, right? So those points are activated and those are sending signals, and it is working and it's helping a lot. So for each person it will be different. The key concept here, right, we can't go to the therapy center or any center every day to get the treatment, right? As part of the research, what they have done is when parents or any caretaker who work on these kids on a daily basis, it works, and it works in a great capacity. So let me share some pictures which I have taken from the Varma Therapy for children with special needs. It's only a couple of things I want to share over here. So first thing is called the third eye point, right? So there are multiple ways to activate it. So what they tell in that book is there are multiple ways to activate it. So always you have to start anything with a gradual step, right? So if there's a point over here, you should just touch it lightly, right? You should not hit it hard. So hitting hard is not good. So whoever is interested, they can go through this book and then they can follow it with the steps given to them, right? So here, if we do this, this is called third eye point, and this point is very powerful even in our Indian culture. When they use the vibhuti, the sacred ashes, or any kumkum, they will keep it every day here. So that is part of our culture. Unknowingly, we are activating the third eye point every day when we do our prayers. So this point is directly connected to the brain, the pineal gland and pituitary gland. So this will activate those energy imbalances and it will help to balance them. So either we can do it touching like this, or as per the instruction given by the professor, we can, like the middle hand, we can keep it like this. We can hold the hand in the back. We can do even for us or even for our loved ones. So this is one important point. This balances all the three nadis and then it will bring you to a better state. So next is, they call it as a Chunambu column. So this is like little above over here. What we have to do is we have to keep the fingers like this, and then we can rub like this for 3 times. So this one, whenever people are having a headache or when they're having overstress, even for people like us who are in workforce, so we can do like this for a couple of times, and that will really help us to cool down. And this will, it's a cooling thing, and then it will strengthen the skull, and it has multiple other benefits as well. Let's move on to the next one. So this is like a center of the crown. You may call it as a crown chakra energy center. So this is the place where the divine energy flows into our system. And here we can keep the finger like this, and then we can rub like this. So this one also has a good benefit. And one thing I want to share is there are many people from California, hospitals, nurses and doctors, they go to India and then they are learning from the research institute, not only from US but even across the world. Many people are going there and learning. And let me move on to the next energy center. So this is called Siringuli. So I couldn't find the terminology in English. So this one also, if you keep like this and then rub it, and then let me move on to this pin Kannadi column. Here also we have to keep the finger like this in that point, and then we can rub it. So you can see how they are holding the head like this and then rubbing. So this is very, very useful for even any beginner who really loves their kid or any caretaker they are doing. First, they can do some little prayer, they can have a good affirmation, and then they should clean their fingertips. They should not have any fingers. So that is very important, otherwise it will hurt. So that part alone should be taken care. And this is very important thing which I liked. So whenever I saw when therapists are working, so our spine is one of the important point which plays a role, right, as part of the energy center. So all the Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, all the chakra systems are part of the spine. So if there is any blockage in this flow in the spine, it is interconnected to multiple organs and multiple systems within us. So if there is any blockage in this flow, we will be having imbalance. So we need to correct those imbalance. So this is like having the fingers like this, right from our below our shoulder. We can start from there, and there is a place in between. There is a distance. We have to move the fingers. Like first, assuming this is the back of the spine, it's a spine. You have to do like this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, clockwise, anti-clockwise 3 times, and then you can have to slide slowly, clockwise, anti-clockwise, clockwise, anti-clockwise, and then we have to move down the path. So this one is very, very effective. This will clear many imbalances. So as part of this first point, the third eye point, another thing which was told is when you are having a loved ones, right, your kid, or if you are caretaking anybody, this third eye point, the mother and the kid, right, has a strong relationship, right? So they have the naval connection, right? So the energy flow will be having more power. So it was recommended to the teacher, recommended to have the parent to kiss the child in the forehead, in the third eye point especially. If they don't start doing it, there will be some connection between them, energy connection, as well as they are activating this point. So that is another important takeaway. And these points, right, it will not happen in one day. They have to keep practicing every day, at least 1 or 2 times. If we can activate just a couple of minutes only, it will take. So if we start practicing this at home or personally, right, with precautions, it will really help the kids. So everyone wants the love to be shared, the knowledge to be shared. I hope this will help you to research more and take it forward. Thank you very much.